Hello, my name is Elle Gonzalez Rose. I was a round 8 mentee during AMM, and I am now a round 9 mentor. I am here to talk to you today about how to know if your sub is ready to go into a program like AMM or if you are ready to query. 1, you have a completed draft. For a program like AMM, you do have to have your manuscript complete by the time that it is submitted. While you can be working on revisions during the sub window, full requests could be coming at any point during the sub window, including as soon as it closes. So you don't want to be in a position where you're caught racing to finish up your draft. So I would recommend that you have your manuscript in as good a place as you can get it before the sub window opens, possibly making a couple of quick tweaks during the sub window, having it in a place where you feel like it is as strong as it can be. I would also recommend in that vein that if you are thinking about making certain changes to your manuscript already, that you either note that in your application or you've already made them. You are going to be going into AMM to revise your manuscript, so you want to make sure that you're not coming in with like this laundry list of ideas that you're already planning on making when they might not necessarily fit in with what your mentor sees as a vision for the manuscript. It is also super important that you are open to revision when subbing to a program like AMM. In an ideal world, you have gotten your manuscript to a place where you feel you have done everything that you can possibly do, but you sense that something is missing from the manuscript and you're not entirely sure what, or you're just looking for a generally very objective view of your manuscript before sending it out into the world. You are coming into AMM to revise, and your mentor will always provide you with an edit letter. So if you're coming into the program thinking that you essentially have a completed manuscript that you're happy with and you're kind of just waiting for a stamp to go ahead and query, then maybe a mentorship program is not for you, and maybe that is the sign that you should go ahead and jump into querying. But if you are looking for guidance during the querying process and you are open to making changes to your manuscript as well, then mentorship programs are a good choice for you. It's also important to keep in mind that you do not have to sweat the super small stuff in your manuscript after you submit. If you spot a thing like a typo, even if it's in the first line, that's okay. You do not have to worry about that. Mentors will not be writing you off for, some small typos in a couple of chapters. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just make sure that you have already made the major changes that you wanted to make, and do a pass for copy editing, but do not sweat it if you do have a couple of minor, typos here and there. Now that we've talked about how you might know if you are ready for a mentorship program, how will you know if you're actually ready to query? Right now, if you're thinking, I want to query, I feel ready to query, you should query. If you are feeling a little bit hesitant or nervous about the querying process, that is totally understandable. But you feel like you have made all of the changes to your manuscript that you can make and you feel confident in what it is, then you should go ahead and bite the bullet and query. Querying is not a race. So if you feel like you're just trying to get it out because you want to get it out and you don't feel 100% confident that your sub is as polished as it can be, I would recommend taking a step back from your manuscript and either submitting it to a mentorship program if you want another pair of eyes, or just doing another pass with CPs, betas, or on your own. You want to make sure that before you query that your sub is as polished as it can be by your standards. You do not have to be on a certain timeline, and you do not need to send it out at any point that you do not feel comfortable with. Don't let yourself get swept up. If other people are querying, if your friends are querying, they're getting requests, it's very easy to get swept up in all of this excitement that comes with your community querying, but don't rush yourself. Do it when you feel comfortable. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to the Author Mentor Match YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at Elle Gonzalez Rose.